Next up at UFC Mexico, we have Daniel Zellhuber taking on Francisco Prado. Daniel Zellhuber, 14-1 overall, 4-1 in his last 5, riding back-to-back wins. He's taking on Francisco Prado, 12-1 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. He is coming off his first ever UFC win. Another interesting fight. Daniel Zellhuber is an impressive striker. Very aggressive, dynamic style. Incredibly long limbs, which would give him power, range, and leverage for grappling. And despite his long legs, he does have some solid takedown defense, and he does a very good job kneeing and striking his way out of any of the takedown exchanges. He is taken down, or if he is taken down, he's wrapping people up and he's looking for submissions. He's coming off the bonus-paying submission win over Christos Gallegos, where he didn't even need a takedown to wrap up an anaconda. He is taking on Francisco Prado. Everybody likes to say Francisco Prado looks exactly like, who do you think, Jacob?
You?
No. They all say that he's
A wish Drew Dober?
Drew Dober's son. Francisco Prado.
He kind of looks like you guys could literally be brothers. I'm not even joking about that. And that's not even. I'm not even trying to be funny. You guys literally look like you could be fucking identical brothers.
I'll take that. Thank you so much.
He's like.
No. We're good there. We're good there. Francisco Prado is a powerful striker. He comes in hot, big looping shots, solid head kicks. He's got that Muay Thai clinch and insane power, but he keeps his head straight up in the air and he can be hit. He can grapple as well. That's not his plan A, but he will shoot some doubles and use power to scoop you up, slam you down. Very explosive, very dangerous, but he does slow down, and elevation is not going to help him here. He's coming off that first round KO win over Atman Azaitar. This is a pretty straightforward breakdown. You've heard this breakdown from me many, many times before. Just change the fighters' names. We have one guy that's more well-rounded with more ways to win, and one guy that's far more dangerous. 9 out of 10 times, I go with the more well-rounded guy. The only time I won't do that is if age is a factor or if it's heavyweights or something like that. In this case, neither of those are a thing. They're both relatively young. This is lightweight. I got to go with the far more well-rounded guy in Daniel Zellhuber to win this fight. Prado has cardio issues. That's not going to be helped here. So Daniel Zellhuber is the pick. I absolutely think he gets it done. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, and this was mentioned in our Discord. Discord's 100% free, and I'm in there literally every single day. But I think it was by Bookie Bully, if I'm not mistaken. And I 100% agree with it. It could have been somebody else, but I'm pretty sure it was him. This is Ian Gary versus Jeff Neal. That's what this fight is, right? And if you're Ian Gary, what was the strategy? Dance around. Point fight, just point fight, point fight, point fight. Don't get into these car crash situations. Avoid the takedowns, and you will win this fight because you are the better striker. You're the more tactical striker. You are the better striker. Just come in and point fight this guy. But if you get in these exchanges with a guy like Jeff Neal, you can get knocked out. People were talking about questioning Ian Gary's chin. We just saw Daniel in his last fight get dropped and get hurt, right? I mean, I don't think he got fully dropped, but he did get fucking hurt really bad. So there's those question marks as well. And Francisco Prado is basically Jeff Neal. He wants to come in. He wants to throw heavy hands in the pocket, throw those combinations, maybe mix in a takedown or two. Honestly, in this fight, and I talked about it in the Discord as well, Prado probably comes in with a wrestling game plan because he thinks he has that advantage. Daniel is too good. You're not going to take down Daniel with those takedowns. At 21 years old, he's still got a lot to learn, right? And if he comes in with a wrestling game plan that doesn't work, he's gonna gas even faster, right? So I think Prado needs to come in, pressure, take those chances, try to throw those power shots and see what happens. But if you're Daniel Zellhuber, if you're Big Dan, you need to just fight like Ian Gary. I know it's gonna be boring in front of the home fans, but if you try and knock this dude Prado out, you can easily get caught. He is good. I can't believe he's only 21. He's a fucking really good fighter. And I hope they treat him well with matchups and don't burn him out too quickly. But I'm going Daniel here, but he needs to be a little bit Ian Gary in there.
Yeah, I hear you. I agree. I think we're on the same side here. Obviously, Francisco Prado is insanely dangerous, and one punch can change everything. We just saw that against Atman Azaitar, but Atman's a little older, a little slower, a little used up, worn out. So Zellhuber should be able to get it done. As you mentioned, it's a double-edged sword. We've seen him in trouble, which is not good, but we've seen him survive trouble, which is good. So you can interpret that any way you want to. I typically tend to interpret that as a negative, like, he got touched. But
There was no, there was no panic. There was no, and the same thing with Ian Gary too. They fight. I mean, they fight very, very similar. Obviously, Daniel's got a little bit more dangerous with the grappling, or willing to engage in that type of submission type stuff. But I think they fight similarly, and I think they're both underrated tough. You know, Daniel he did not panic at all, especially for a young kid.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think he gets it done. Minus 270 seems fair. It's one of the odds on this card.
450.
Yeah. No, minus 270 seems fair because Prado is insanely dangerous. But, Prado's durable as well. In my quick picks video, I mentioned a potential win inside the distance decision, no action for Prado. Because Daniel Zellhuber is not exactly ripping heads off.
No, he's finishes kind of find him. He's not actively chasing finishes. And against a guy that's
Ian Gary's
durable,
a perfect reference because I had I had this exact bet on Jeff Neal. Inside a distance decision, no action. It fully refunded, no issues. I might do that here.
I almost started placing does not go the distance bets on a couple fights today too, and I was like, this whole elevation thing is every time you see it, there's just weird shit that happens and stuff that you think is safe money is also not safe money. I wouldn't force bets on this card. Not saying it's not forced.
I've been plugging premium like crazy as I should, and it's working, but I don't have any bets yet up, and that's not because I'm lazy. I'm let me take my time and do it right. There's no rush to just throw 10 units at the board for no reason. You've got your bets.
Let's be honest with the world. You just wanted to hear my opinion and just kind of verify what you were thinking.
I'm just going to copy all of your bets, put them on the board. You can unlock all the bets. There eventually will be a bunch of bets from me. There are bets from Jacob right now. You have all the tools to look at right now, all the insight, the information, and that safety parlay will be up there. I've got one in mind. I didn't place it yet. I do want to wait for all the props. Once we have all the props, then I'll see what I can do there as well, or if it's something worth happening. But WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member at the top. It is only $10 a month. Before you go, let me give you $50. Anybody who goes to WeWantPicks.com/bets and signs up with any one of our affiliate partners gets $50 as a thank you. Use the link, sign up, make a deposit. We send you $50 as a thank you.